The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go. Red, cycle,
they'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he... A pretty decent game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Tua. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is caught. It's Davis. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run right side with Mostert. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up. Pow! Knocked him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tua picked by his former college teammate, Christian Harris. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. The try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
On the ready.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
I just love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there and a line 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Lions at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come into the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's got room. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mostert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Boy, That's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left it no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
But those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Is that run right there? Let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Tua steps away. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give you unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought, that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. That's Samuel caught left side. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive
And Mayfield again with the interception. His 3rd. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Right, 97. Trail green, flag blue.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Isabella now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Mayfield looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This a quick pass to Davis. And he's out right at the 25. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Mayfield. Over the middle to Smith. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Dalton Keene, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that gives them a 3-point lead. 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Isabella now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And my goodness, another interception. Anthony Averett picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Panthers 27, Lions 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in, taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 71 yards. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Here we go. Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Completes it to Davis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Play action. Now it's Tua. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Panthers tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Isabella now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side. And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what